some Endymion supplements.
Mhm.
Okay.
Look at this pup, man. We got to get this kid a collar that actually fits. Okay, note to self: don't buy your dog's collar at the Dollar Tree. I mean, for $1.50, I thought it would be a good idea. I mean, he literally can slip out of it at any moment, But luckily, Bucky's a good boy. He doesn't go running away. Anyway, here we are, wrapping up the week, trying to get a workout in. How you feeling, honey?
Ah, feeling in between. Feeling like let's get it going. Feeling like let's wrap this day up.
Yeah, it's
Except that the day just got started.
oftentimes, well, no, it's already evening, but oftentimes you kind of feel like that. I just want to try again tomorrow. But here's one thing I've learned: if you started wrong, you can still finish strong. So, the day didn't go maybe to plan, but you can always correct that plan. And so we're on our way to the shop. My shop here for that business there, All Things Services. Excuse the stain on the shirt. It's a baby mess. But we're going in, try to get a workout in, and just take those steps towards the change that we really want. Honey, what's one thing that you think, this week that held you back from hitting the goal that you really wanted to hit with working out?
Uh,
Yeah, just primarily to working out, because there's a lot of things we could talk about, but you wanted to get in more than one. We got in one workout. This will be the second. It's Saturday, but we're going to get it in.
what's the one thing that held me back?
Yeah, what's one thing that, that
I
really
don't know.
held you
That's
back?
probably time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not yeah, time. That's the timing. Because well,
You want to hold this guy?
no, not time. Probably not feeling well. I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just having this kind of
So bodily,
yeah,
not feeling great.
yeah. I think that
Yeah.
was it this week. I had a lot of you know, congestion,
Mm-hmm.
so I was releasing a lot of that. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think, it's every week is so similar, honestly, for us, and I'm sure for most of you guys out there, as you kind of live your life with your conditions and your circumstances, and every week you find yourself challenged with something. Like you're not feeling well. There's time is just kind of slipping through your fingers. The weather's bad. And you just the stars didn't align to make everything happen. And I think it's those weeks where just doing something can really make the biggest difference. And so, like, we did get one workout in earlier in the week. Didn't get the post yet. I need to. And doing that one, as small as it was still better than doing none. And so we can't say that the week was a total loss because we got something done. And but what happens is every time you face a week or a challenge, a week that doesn't line up the way that you specifically want, and you do something, you get something done anyway. It's what it's doing is it's challenging, it's conditioning yourself inwardly to not accept the defeat of that week. And even if you didn't feel like it, even if things didn't happen the right way, you're still gonna put one foot in front of the other and try to get something done. And I really think that's the challenge, honey, because like
Yeah.
I said, next week's gonna have similar things. Like,
Yeah. I think that's why I switched from saying time,
mm-hmm.
because you make time for what's important. So I immediately stopped and say not time, but congestion.
Mm-hmm.
Congestion with a little
Not
procrastination.
feeling good. So what could you have
Yeah.
done even though you didn't feel good? Like, how do you make up not working out when you don't
Well,
feel good? What's the ding to counteract that?
yeah, just to make sure and watch your calories
That's
intake and out.
that's it.
Yeah.
Bingo. And this is where, guys, this
Calories
is where
in,
most of us
calories out.
fall off the path, so to speak, because you won't feel good and you won't do the workout, but then on top of that you eat bad, and it just compounds that. And so that's really key. On a week where you're not feeling it maybe so much to get out there and actually do the workout, then that's when you got to really control the eating. And that's where, hey, just being honest, that's where we've struggled a lot. And but we're making that change. We're making that shift, and you know, you guys are along for the journey. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You know, it wasn't the best week as far as, you know, probably on the eating side or dialing in the workouts, but you know, we're aware of it, and so being aware of it, we can make the changes that we need necessary to get the next week done. So we're going to get inside and get this workout done right in here. Here we are, 15 minutes. Finished the workout. Now with warm up and a little bit of stretching, we're probably closer to 20. And so the point is, we didn't have a lot of time today. We've got other stuff to do tonight. It's about 6 on a Saturday PM. And so we got in here, we did it pretty simple. We started off, one of us on the rower, one of us on the air bike, went for about 200 meters, got off, and then we started our our bench press sequence. We set her up over there with some really lightweight at first, and then just gradually increase. I think you got what, maybe?
I started with 7.5 pounds, and then I finished off with 15 pounds on either side.
On each side. Okay, so relatively light, just really to get the muscles, you know, firing, to get moving again. We're not trying to break any bench press records. I set up myself over here, and I topped out at basically 135. And once again, just going for the heart rate. In between the bench presses, we did some squats. We started with air squats, and then we went into some mountain climbers, and then we did this.
We did some frogs.
This frog, I've never done the frog before.
It's kind of like in a mountain climber position, but instead you're gonna bring your both legs to the side of your hand.
Right, so it's kind of like a plank, and then you bring your legs up, bring it back. I tell you what, I feel it. It was intense. Let's finish that out, and then we ended again with 200 meters on the rower and the air bike, except we switched. And so,
one set of squats again, air squats.
And then air squats again at the end. So, I mean, I'm sweating. Of course, I sweat getting out of the shower, but how you feeling? I mean, it's a 15-minute one. You know, how do you feel mentally getting this done, at least today?
I felt like that was a warm-up. I'm ready to work out.
I know. It's crazy. Well, we got to go, so this has to be it. But
it's just something that happens when you push yourself a little. You get, you're just right there to just feeling, encouraged, inspired, lifted up.
Exactly. And that's my point to wrap this video up, is what you're feeling right now is motivated because you started doing something. Yeah. I think, guys, and maybe you can relate to this, but oftentimes a lot of us feel like we get motivated and then we want to do stuff. We're waiting for motivation, then we want to do it. Yeah. I mean, how many times have you watched, Rocky or any movie like that, Facing the Giants or something like that, then right after that's over, you feel like you want to go out and do exactly what you saw. Why? Because you're motivated, but the issue with that kind of motivation is it's fleeting. It only lasts for a moment. The type of motivation that we're after, that you're feeling right now, has to be built. And so we can't rely on motivation alone. We do these videos to help motivate and to share our experience, but these videos alone will never get you off the couch, will never get that fork out of your hand. You're gonna have to find and build that motivation your own way and for yourself. That's what you're doing today. That's what we're doing here today. So today, although we probably didn't burn enough calories to make a dent in the meal that we ate last night, or the cheats that we had during the week, or to make up for not working at all, only hitting one workout this week, what we are building is that internal motivation that we're not quitters. You can't judge that. That's something that's happening internally. And so don't give up, thinking that your missed week or your off week was a total failure. It's not if you continue to do something. 15 minutes today, tell you what, it's a boost towards, hey, now next week we're going to make sure what our minimum was this week, we don't want it to be our minimum next week. We want to continue to raise that standard. So honey, I love you, and I'm encouraged. This lady here, 4 months postpartum, works full time. We both serve and at our local church in a leadership role. We're busy. She co-runs the business with me, at least emotionally and prayerfully. So I'm proud of you, and I love you. Give Kimmy some thumbs up in the comments. Let her know that you're rooting for her. Because guess what? We're not done. We're not done having babies. We're just getting started. So that's motivation that we need to keep, inside and keep remembering that we're just getting started on this thing. So Roy and Kim in real life, appreciate you guys. Take care.